everyone, and welcome to Sweet Pieces Inspirations. My name is Sydney, and today we are going to be working on the Linen Ridge knit stitch, which is going to be a 4-row repeat using some very basic stitches, which consist of knit, purl, and slipping one purlwise with our working yarn in the front. And you will need to go ahead and cast on a multiple of 2 plus 2. Now the 2 extra added stitches count for our edges. And what's nice about this stitch is it doesn't just have a texture in the front or a nice stitch in the front, it also has a nice stitch on the back as well, which kind of gives it almost like a floating horizontal rib stitch, which is kind of cool. I like when patterns do that, when there's a nice look on the front side but also a nice stitch on the back side as well. So we are actually going to be working on the front side starting off. So once you have gotten your multiple of 2 plus 2, we'll go ahead and get started on that first row repeat, which is very, very simple. Again, we are going to be working on the front side of our work, and we're going to go ahead and just purl each stitch. So the very first row is going to be very, very simple, and just go ahead and purl each stitch. Once you have made row 1, we are going to go ahead and turn our work to the back side. And row number 2 and 4, they're very, very similar, but we'll be flipping our stitches around a little bit. So for row number 2, we are going to start off with a knit one, and that is going to count as our edge stitch. And now for the repeat unit, we're going to go ahead and take our working strand of yarn and place that in the front like as if we were to purl, and we're just going to slip that stitch, the next stitch, as to knit off of our left hand knitting needle. And then we'll just move our working strand of yarn back to the back side and knit the next stitch. So that is our repeat unit, very, very simple. So again, we're going to go ahead and take that strand of yarn, move it to the front side of our work as if we were to purl, and then we're going to slip that stitch as if to purl, and then move that working strand of yarn to the back, and then knit the next stitch. So again, go ahead and slip one purlwise with the working yarn in the front, and then go ahead and knit one. Again, place your working strand of yarn to the front as if you were to purl, and then we're going to go ahead and slip one as to purl, slide it off of our hook, and move our working strand of yarn to the back side and knit one. So go ahead and finish up row number 2, and then I will meet you for row number 3. So once you have gotten to the end, those last 2 stitches, of course, that very last repeat unit stitch is going to be a knit one, and then the last stitch is going to also be a knit one. So row number 3, we're going to go ahead and turn our work back to the front side, and we're going to do the exact same thing as row number 1, and we're going to go ahead and purl each stitch. So when you are working on the front side of your work, we are going to always purl those stitches. for row number 4, go ahead and turn it back to the back side of our work. And now, like I stated earlier, that the second and fourth row is going to be very, very similar, but we're switching our stitches around. So for row number 4, we're going to go ahead and start off with a knit one for our edge. And then we are also going to start the repeat unit off with a knit one. Now the difference between row number 2 and row number 4 is how we start our rows. So row number 2, you start off with slipping your stitches with or slip one stitch with working yarn in the front. Row number 4, which is what we are on right now, we start off with a knit one with our repeat unit. So after you have that knit one, we're going to go ahead and do the slip one with our working yarn in the front, and then knit one. Slip one with our working yarn in the front, and knit one. So go ahead and continue repeating that until you have made it to the last stitch. And that last stitch should be a knit one. So those are the 4 row repeats for the linen ridge stitch. Again, the front side of the work is going to be where it has been purled. If you did enjoy this tutorial, please don't forget to give this video a like, share, comment, or a subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.